everyone, like I promised in my previous makeup haul video, I will link it down below if you haven't seen it. I'm going to be reviewing the new pressed shadows that Essence released. I am super duper excited to review these because it's so much, what's it called, value for money if it's good. Like, they're super inexpensive and they have so many colors out, and I think you can create so many different looks. Obviously the reason I don't have any eyeshadow or any face makeup on is because we're gonna be trying them out on the eyes as well, and because I'm so scared of fallout and ruining my makeup, because as we've seen in previous tutorials, this has happened a lot of times and I end up with like red down here, so we're gonna try to not do it this time. So before we jump into the video, don't forget to leave this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy a makeup review, and don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. Hello, I'm Georgia. Do click the little notification bell button so you don't miss any more videos from now on if you've missed any. And without further rambling, let's jump into the review. Right, so this is the customized palette that I have made with Essence. Basically, all you do is you grab an empty palette. They have a 4-pan and an 8-pan empty palettes. I think the 4-pan is about $245 and the 8-pan is around $3 to $350. I'm not sure. I will be linking everything down below so you can check it for yourself, guys. But you know how bad I am with pricing, so I'm so sorry about that. So yeah, I grabbed the 8-pan because I wanted to try the majority of the eyeshadows that I really liked, and obviously I got some warm tones, some pinks. I absolutely love pinks and purple, so I had to pick some. The top row is full mattes and the black one is matte, and then these 3 down here are all shimmery. These single eyeshadows retail for $145. I can say this for sure. I remember this one. The good thing about these pressed shadows is that they're like no other in the market that come in like the metallic pan, and then you put them in some sort of magnetic palette. This one has its own like plastic palette, and you basically put them in these little slots and then you can take them out and customize them again, and so on and so on. So they don't really go into any metallic palettes. You kind of have to put them in here, but Essence gives you a very cool option. They put a little plastic cap on the shadow. You buy it like this with the plastic cap, so in case maybe you don't find the palette that retails with the eyeshadows, or you don't want to buy the palette and you just want to try these, it has a little cap which makes it so easy to like travel with. If you want to take it somewhere and you don't really have the palette, you can't really do this with any other like a single pressed shadows because they don't really have a cap. This one has a cap, which I find super useful because not everybody wants to buy a whole 4-pan. Maybe you like 1 eyeshadow or 2 eyeshadows, so this is great. So I am trying to put as many of these colors on my eyes as I can, and of course we're gonna be swatching them all and doing the review at the end of this video. Okay, so I have zoomed you in close so you can see what I'm doing on my eyes, and I've also put my hair back on my little cat ear band, I guess. And let's start this, but before we start this whole thing, I always prime my eyelids with a concealer. I do have the MAC Soft Ochre, but it tends to dry out my lids so much and they just look flaky and really bad. So this time I'm gonna conceal them with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. The only thing I forgot to get in this palette right here is a light matte shade. So I'm just going to use my face powder, which is the Maybelline Fit Me in 120, and I'm just going to set my lids with that. The first thing I'm going to do is go in with this shade right here, which is called Hello Sunshine, and I'm going to be placing this all over my crease. Okay, so the shadows have a lot of kickback. They are like super powdery, but we'll see how this goes on the lid. They do go really nicely on the lid, and they're quite pigmented, which I really like. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, all the shades that I picked I swatched first, and I'm going to tell you my thoughts about the shades that I didn't pick, and so on and so on. So I'm just gonna be using little circular motions to buff this into my crease, and I'm just gonna use this as a transition color, so I don't care that much for it to be placed like perfectly. But it has actually blended so beautifully on my eyelid. Can you like see that? That's so good. Okay, so once I have my transition color down, I'm going to deepen it a little bit with this brown right here, which is called, oh, you can't see, this brown right here, which is called Brownie-licious. Okay, so the brown shade has less kickback than the other shade we put. And I'm just going to focus this a little bit lower than the initial color we put on our lids. And I'm just going to place it all over my crease. And then buff it out with circular motions. Now if I had to compare this with Milk Chocolate from my Too Faced, that's definitely like a tiny bit patchy, like you need to work it into your crease. I'm gonna take a little bit more on my brush and build the color up. This dark brown shade is so patchy. We kind of fixed it. There we go. Sort of. Okay, so here's what we're looking like so far, and I don't see any fallout. Yes, they're powdery, but I have literally zero fallout underneath my eyes. I don't know why I'm holding my brushes like this. Now I'm gonna grab a denser crease brush, and I'm gonna grab this pink color right here, which is called Take the Lead. And I'm going to be placing this in my inner corner, like the first third of my eyelid. And a little bit in the crease. I'm just going to pack on some more of this color just so it pops up a little bit more. Now next up, with the same brush, I'm going to grab this dark purple right here, which is called Take the Stage. And I'm going to be placing this right in the middle. So I kind of want to create like a gradient of colors from like the lightest to the darkest, but I don't see these two having much difference. Like, it's only a tiny bit darker. This one does have a little bit of fallout. I'm going to mix it with this black right here, which is called a Black is Back, just so it, like, the purple shows a little bit more. Oh hell yeah. Just like that. Just so it kind of shows the difference. Kind of has like a gradient. Next, I'm gonna go with this shimmery shade right here. It's kind of a plum shimmery shade, but it's not like too shimmery, it's more like a satin, and it's called Black as a Berry. Same brush, and I'm going to use it for my outer corner. I'm not seeing much of the purple. I'm just seeing kind of like a dark color. I'm not mad at it, I'm just not crazy about that. Just gonna bring it like a tiny bit into the crease also, just to tie everything together. Okay, so I wasn't planning for this look to be dramatic, but things happen when you play with makeup, I guess. So I'm digging it right now. It's just this purple in the middle is just not that vibrant. I'm just going to wet this brush and try with the purple again because it's disappointing me right now. Alright, so I'm going to wet my brush and then dip into the purple and then on my lid. It's a tiny bit better now, but still not as vibrant. Back with my starting crease brush, I'm going to grab this pukey color right here, and I'm gonna run it through my crease just to blend everything together. Do you see the patchiness on my eye from the eyeshadow? What is that? It's like I made it wet and it kind of patched up on my eyes. No. You know what, I'm just going to cover this whole thing with the pink eyeshadow and see if that looks any better. This time I'm taking it on a flat brush and I'm just gonna go on top. The pink is like really giving me nice color payoff. It's just that, I don't know. Back with the shimmery purple. Put it in the inner corner. I mean, that's the outer corner, obviously. Yeah, the patchiness still stands, as you can see, which is terrible and I hate it, but I don't think there's anything I can do for it right now. Also, the purple one that's been like disappointing me has insane amounts of fallout, which I'm going to remove and show you right now. You see? That's all the purple. You see? Purple. Okay, so I think I'm gonna leave the top like so. I mean, I do like it, but it's just that patchiness in the middle. I don't know. And it's also made like a little, and it's also made like a little patch in my eyeshadow, if you can see, where I wet my brush. I'm not sure what that's meant to be. I mean, some of them are meant to be like lip powders and bronzing powders. I mean, I don't know how you would dip your bronzing brush in here, because this eyeshadow right here is meant to be like a bronzing powder. But I'm not sure how you're meant to like dip your big bronzer brush in there and like bronze up your face, but yeah. The two purple ones right here are meant to be lip powders, which I'm not sure what that means either. So maybe this is why I patched up when I put my brush wet in there. So I'm just going to finish the rest of my face off camera and I'm gonna be back to finish the eyes. So now I'm done with the rest of my face, and just so you know, everything that I've used on my face will be linked in the description down below. Well, 90% of the stuff I used is super affordable, so definitely check out the description if you want to know what else I've put on my face. And yeah, let's finish the eyes up. Before I forget, I definitely want to do some brow bone and inner corner highlight, and I'm gonna use this shade right here, which is called Go Goldie. Okay, this shade is super powdery, but I think it looks okay on the brow bone. Right, for underneath, I think I want to keep the pink going on and maybe a little bit of purple on the outer corners. So I'm going to start with this light brown shade underneath my eyes, just as a kind of transition color for underneath my eyes. And then I'm going to grab a little pencil brush and I'm going to dip into the bright pink that we have on our lids. And basically what I'm doing is I'm smudging it all over the lower lash line. Right, now I'm going to grab like an eyeliner brush. You can also grab like a tiny define brush if you want. And I'm gonna go with this really dark purple, obviously not the one that left patches on my eyes, the one we put on the outer corner. And I'm going to place it really tightly on the outer part of my lower lash line. And kind of flick it out. And I'm just going to grab another pencil brush, grab some of this color, and smudge it out. I'm going to go back to this champagne bright color and I'm going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. These patches on top of my eyelids are making me so sad. Anyways, I think this is all for the eyeshadows. The only one I didn't use was this one right here, which is like a little bit darker than the champagne color. It's more of like an ashy, champagne-y, light brown color. But I had nowhere to tie it in with this look, so. Right, so now I'm just gonna put some eyeliner, lashes, my lip color, and I'm gonna be back for the final review on the eyeshadows. Okay, so here is the whole face and the eyes complete. I actually really do like the colors. I really do like the pink. I love pink eyeshadows with green eyes. I just think it's a beautiful mix. I am very, very crazy about these two patches on my eyes that the purple eyeshadow left, but sometimes you just gotta leave with the fails as well. So now I'm going to add a clip of all the swatches on the inside part of my arm, so you can see, guys, the colors that I have picked. So do I think they're worth the $145? abso-freaking-lutely. If you're a beginner and you would like to make your own palette with your own colors, I definitely do recommend that. You don't need to buy the palette. Like I said, they do come with a little cup, so even if you take them traveling, they're not going to break into your bag. There's a really safe way for you to travel with them. I absolutely love the fact that Essence put a cap on all the single shadows, which makes you not have to buy the palette if you don't want to, or if you don't want to spend the money, or if you just want one or two of the shades of the whole range. Now, why I picked these ones, I'm going to explain why I picked these three here. Shimmery shades. All the other shades, the shimmer ones as swatches, were super duper powdery, and then they left like chunks of powder on my hand when I swatched them. Obviously I didn't try them with any like setting spray or wet brush. I just like finger swatched them at the store, but they looked super powdery and they had no color payoff. The ones that did have really nice color payoff are these three right here, and there's also like a coppery one I really like, but I have like a lot of coppery shimmer shades, that's why I didn't pick that one. Other than that, all the matte shades were really nice, as in color wise. Like, they were super pretty, they were swatching really nicely, they were pigmented, obviously super powdery. Like, I'm gonna say it again, tap off the excess when you're going in with any of these. So that was my review for the palette. I do think it's absolutely worth the price. I mean, it's super inexpensive. You can create your own colors. Just be careful with the shimmery shades, because like I said, these three were the only ones that I could find that were not like very powdery and had a lot of color payoff. So be careful and swatch the shimmery shades first. And then there was one blue shade which didn't really have any color payoff, which was a matte shade. Now, all the other matte shades were absolutely fantastic. And well, this purple one kind of like disappointed me, but I guess you can kind of work around with it because it still had a lot of like nice blendability, not a lot of color, but I think like you can try to build this up. I'm just not very patient. So yeah, that was my review on the Essence pressed shadows. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is the look I came up with. Everything else that I have on my face is down in the description below, as well as my social media, so make sure to add me and like this video if you liked it, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.